Hey everyone, it's Neil Barnhill from the Barnhill Golf Institute. Hey, thank you for joining me this beautiful morning. I am going to go over how you should stretch before a workout and warm up before you work out, and also how you should stretch after a workout. They are two different things, and it's very important you know how to do it properly. But before we dive into all this, please hit that like and subscribe button. And we've been getting a lot of comments and feedback lately, and we greatly appreciate it at BGI for all your support. All right, I'm going to go over how you should warm up properly before working out. It is definitely different than at the end of a workout when you stretch. So we're not going to hang out in positions too long for stretching. When you're warming up, you just want to have a light sweat before you go into a workout, and we definitely want to warm up everything. So it should take about 5 to 6 minutes. It's not a workout. We're just lightly warming up so we can get going in the workout. All right, so first thing I'll do, I always start with like my upper body. I'll do some arm swirls where I'll go like just big swirls, and then I'll go big, and I can reverse it in this manner, okay? And then also I like to use a PVC pipe. I'll put it in my hip pocket here, and then I'll go out to where my arms are straight, and I call these pass-throughs, keeping my arms straight, and I'll go all the way back like this. Okay, I'll probably do about 10 of those. Then I will just simply do a stretch. You know, I'll get my feet wide, and I'll start working on my hamstrings, just touching my toes slightly, wide stance. Nothing too dynamic yet. And then I'll do over the fence. You probably see this with NBA games or the NFL when they're warming up, to get your hip flexors, your hip adductors warmed up properly. And I'll do 5 to 10 each side, and then that feels pretty good. Then I'll get into doing an air squat. I'll do 5 to 10 air squats. Get my feet underneath my hips, toes out, cover the sun, go down. Okay, after I do that, then I'll go into some push-ups. Probably do 5 to 10 of those. Again, I'm not doing too much. I'm not getting crazy with this. I'm just getting warmed up. And then I'll do more dynamic stretch here before I get going. And this will loosen everything up. And this is called the world's greatest stretch. And you'll find out here in a second why. All right, so I'm going to get kind of in a lunge position. I'm going to take my left arm with my left leg and go down in line with my ankle. And then I'm going to go up. And I'm going to look at my hand there. All right, so I'll show you from the side here where you can see it. So my leg, my knee, everything's in line with my ankle. I'm going to go down as far as I can. And that's just an unbelievable stretch right there. And then you can go down into the downward dog. You can do a Pilates move. I like to do that on some of my workouts, or before I work out with my stretching. And I'll get down in a position here like this, in a push-up, and then I'll push myself up all the way. Okay, and you'll do that several times, and that really gets the lower back, your lumbar. Okay, and then you come back up, and then you can go out like this. So from the side, that's going to look like and then you can come up and then stretch it out like that. And then what I'll do is a couple of jumps. All right, should be good to go. And if I'm feeling a little tight that day, I may run in place like this for 30 seconds. I tell you what, I'm ready to go now. Didn't take too long. Got everything stretched out. If I feel my upper body a little tight from a workout the day before, I may even do something like this where I'll stretch my shoulder, hold it 5 to 10 seconds. Go like that. You know, I may even grab the pull-up bars and hold it and go kind of get my head through the window here, as we call it, and stretch my arms back like that to stretch my shoulders out. But I'm good to go now. Okay, after the workout, I tell you what, one of the most important things you can do is stretch out. And the difference in the stretching afterwards in the workout is you're going to hold the positions 25 to 30 seconds instead of just 2 to 3 seconds like in the beginning. All right, so here's the secret. Here's the magic. I tell you what, I just got reintroduced to this idea. I had totally forgotten about it. I went through a CrossFit mobility class and I learned this, but we learned so much in a 3-hour period, I've forgotten about it. But one of the most important things you can do if you've gotten your IT bands tight from running, your hip flexors are tight, my lower back is hurting, or if my knee is a little cranky or my ankles are hurting, the root source of these muscles that you have to loosen up is in the psoas. It's right here located. If you took your belly button, went to the hip bone, it's right in between. Okay, I'm going to show you how to stretch out in a minute. And the other is the iliaculus muscle. It's a triangular muscle underneath the hip right here. And there are devices out there called a hip hook. And there's other devices that can get in there. It's hard muscle to get to, but what happened to me is my legs were tight. My hamstring, I was limping for a couple weeks, and I was using the foam roller. I was stretching out my IT band, my hamstrings, my glutes. I was getting on lacrosse balls, and it just wasn't working. So I went and got a massage, and this lady, she was incredible, and she worked me out here, my psoas and my iliaculus, and I tell you what, the next day I was like brand new. So I'm gonna show you how you can do it at home. All right, so I got a kettlebell here. Okay, not saying this feels great, but this is the root cause. It's these muscles wed from your rib cage down to your hips and your legs. And if this doesn't get loose, these muscles have inflammation in them, you cannot get this loose, okay? So that's the important thing. You can't get your hamstring, your IT band, your calves, your lower back. So we have to get in here. So I'm gonna lay down on this kettlebell. I'm gonna get a little crooked here. And I'm gonna go right here and lay on the corner of this, okay? Okay, I am letting myself just kind of sink down lower into it. I can definitely feel it, and I kind of move around a little bit. I'm on the psoas right now, and I may hang out here 20, 30 seconds. Oh, I can feel that, yeah. So, from this angle, let me get right here. You see I have it just a little bit angled this way. So there's my belly button, hip right in between. I'm just gonna lay on it. Yep, right there. I can feel it. Take a deep breath in, let out, and then sink deeper into it. I'll kind of move around a little bit, okay? All right, now this one's a little trickier. Okay, the iliaculus is right underneath the hip bone. It's under here. So I'm gonna have to kind of move around on the kettlebell here, and you will feel it, and just gently kind of take a breath and then get down into it. But I'm gonna go like this, okay? Okay, yeah, I can feel it right there, and I'm just gonna kind of move around. Yep, I can feel it right there. Okay, and just kind of keep moving a little bit. Yep. Get different angles. It's not an easy muscle to get to, but just hang out there for a little bit, kind of move around on it. Okay, all right, I can feel that. All right, so tell you what, you can research it on the internet. But I tell you what, those two muscles, man, that's incredible. You loosen that up, then you can go into your normal foam rolling of your IT band or rolling out with a lacrosse ball or baseball in your leg and your lower back. But I tell you what, man, I opened my eyes 2 weeks ago when I got the massage, and she loosened that up, and then I was able to loosen up everything else. So that's the key. You got to get that stretch in here first before you can let go of all that inflammatory muscle in your legs. All right, another great stretch I'm going to show you here is, this is one I learned at the mobility class also, but this will help you open up your hips to give you better range of motion in your squats, and it frees up your hip flexor and your hip adductor, okay? I've got a band back here, okay, and I got it about the height, about right in the middle of my thigh here. I'm going to put my right leg in here, and you'll do both legs, but you're going to walk it out where you got some tension there. And then your knee's going to be in line with your ankle. And then you're going to go down, hold your foot, and then push inward towards your elbow for 5 seconds. And then you're going to roll your knee for 10. 10 of these rolls. Okay, and then push in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do it again. Okay, I'll do 3 sets of that, switch legs. I tell you what, I know of some CrossFitters that actually will do squats, and then they'll do that in between their sets of squats. And I tell you what, it just, I can feel like if I did that, yeah, I can feel my right side wanting to go deeper down in the squat there. It just opens it up. It's a great stretch. So that's one. And then the other is, like I was going to tell you earlier, this is like a yoga move, but this is incredible for now stretching out your IT band. And that's you get down, you'll put your foot, one of your feet, under your hip, your pelvis, and then you're going to stretch out. You're going to take your opposite, like my left arm is going to be in front of my right knee, and then I'm going to go like this. And I can feel it. And I'm going to hold that position 25 to 30 seconds, and then I'll do the other leg, okay? So, hey, it's important you stretch out and do this, make it a habit. That way the next day you're not as sore. Hey, and most importantly, you're feeling better, you're moving better, your mobility's better, your flexibility's better. And I tell you, for us golfers, that's important. You know, it's good to have strength, but flexibility with strength is a great combination. So, all right, so that's just some of the stretches afterwards that I like to do. You definitely could do some other stuff, but those are like 3 of the main staples I like to do. That's really good. And then, you know, use the foam roller if you have one. You can foam roll your leg out, your glutes, and all that. But those are 3 that I love to do. Thank you for joining me today. I hope these really help you out with stretching beforehand and afterhand. I know it's helped me over the years to not be injured and improve my flexibility. So please hit that like and subscribe button. Give us any feedback or comments. I'll be glad to answer them. So stay tuned. Watch all our great videos and blogs and vlogs at barnhillgolf.com.